So this hip insider friend told me about this members-only club that I should check out. Could I even get in? Do they even have hotel rooms? And what's all the buzz about the rooftop pool anyway? In today's video, we're going to let you decide what you think of industrial chic 70s decor. And can a hotel overcome a challenging neighborhood and still be great? We'll let you know why this guy is talking to us wearing this goofy robe, and I'll share the most surprising thing that's happened to me in a hotel in years. Hint, it includes a drink cart and a martini. This place is just 2 miles east of downtown LA in a pretty industrial part of the city that's starting to have a renaissance. More on that a bit later. LA's Soho warehouse is part of Soho House. So what is Soho House? It's an international members-only club. Some of the venues have hotels, some of the venues don't have hotels, but the ones that do have hotels, some are members only, some are open to the public. There's valet parking here, and here's the entrance. Alright, let's check out the room. This room has a very retro 70s vibe going, which I really like. But I do realize that retro 70s industrial chic may not be everyone's jam. And that's why we're here, so you can see if this hotel's right for you. You know, since we're talking about it, these hotels are kind of expensive, so it really helps us out if you subscribe and if you hit that like button. Then we can show you more great places. Thanks. So rooms start here at over $600 a night for a small room. Then there's the medium room, that's what I had, that goes for over $800 a night. Then they have what they call big rooms at $1,200, and large rooms, which are really more like apartments, at $1,700 a night. I bet you're saying that's a lot for a room. Well, there's more to this place than just the room, so hang on for 1 minute. I'll point out some stuff I like about this room. First of all, it's really big. This is the medium, so it's the second smallest, and it's really pretty big for a medium-sized room. I also really like the high ceilings, the kind of the warehouse feeling. This is a warehouse after all. It was a warehouse, so that makes sense. The sofa gives the room a bit more of an apartment feel, and it just kind of feels homey with the retro knickknacks and lighting that they've used. The bathroom's huge and keeps the retro theme going. I love the double sinks, lots of space for his and her, or her and her, or his and his, or him and them. Alright, I'll stop. You could have a party in this shower, there's room for 9. I like the brass fixtures used throughout the bathroom, and a warm towel's a great way to kick off a morning. And lastly, who doesn't love a good minibar? And they've done a great job on this minibar. It's really nicely stocked, really, I think, tastefully done. My favorite part here is this fridge here, fully stocked, and it's a drawer fridge. I like it. The gym's here, off this hall on the ground floor. I don't usually do a whole section on hotel gyms, but this is the best gym setup I've ever seen in a hotel. Maybe because it's a members club first and a hotel second, but anyway, 2 floors with all the equipment and trainers you'd ever want. Like I said, there's a lot more to this place than just the room. Let's start on the ground floor. There's a patio here and a nice garden too that was pretty quiet during the day. Head up a couple levels and you're in a space that houses a hangout area, a very long bar, and the club's more formal restaurant. Though this place doesn't bill itself as a co-working space, a lot of members seem to be using it that way, so I was kind of surprised that the Wi-Fi speed wasn't a bit better, but 20 Mbps will work for most folks. I love that they've preserved the industrial bones of this warehouse, but added in some great lighting, retro furnishings, and I like the graffiti contrasting against the tile around the Art Deco fireplace. There's a second large room on this floor for hanging out and for events. One of the things I love about the public spaces here is that there's interesting art everywhere. This is the opposite of what you'd see in your typical cookie-cutter hotel. They've curated a unique and pretty extensive art collection here. I think it says a lot about this hotel, and probably a lot about the Soho group in general, that they're really trying to do something out of the ordinary, and I think that's great. Head upstairs to the rooftop pool and bar, and here's how it looks in the morning before people show up. They have the same menu as the more formal restaurant downstairs, and a great drinks list too. I'd say the 70s vibe gives way to a more modern Cali Beach feel up here. There are great views out to the mountains and of downtown LA. Then there's the pool. There are comfy loungers, good service, and the good views just keep going. There's even more seating below the pool. And despite there being a pool here, I'd say this place is not super kid-friendly. Kids are allowed, but only kind of. Under 18s are welcome in the club space Monday to Friday until 8, and until 9 p.m. on weekends. So let's talk about the neighborhood for a minute. We'll call it industrial chic. As you can see, the Soho warehouse is in a pretty industrial neighborhood, less than a 5-minute drive from downtown LA. Check out our review of the downtown LA proper with some tips on what to do in downtown LA. Anyway, there's almost no restaurants or bars in the immediate neighborhood. Think of the Soho warehouse as an oasis in an industrial desert. You don't need to leave though. But if you want to venture out, then our recommendation would be the nearby LA Arts District. Less than 5 minutes by car and a not so pleasant 20-minute walk. But this is LA. Who walks anyway? My favorite space is the Hauser and Worth Gallery, a former flour mill that's now a communal space with massive art galleries, halls for paintings, and for wonderful sculptures. There's also a restaurant on site and a gift shop. The architecture is great, and so is the art. The Arts District has tons of trendy cafes and restaurants, a brewery, and art galleries to check out. It's a fun outing. The Sci-Arc, an architectural school, is also in the neighborhood in this old industrial building. So I was in my room around 5-ish and someone knocked on my door. And to my surprise, it was a guy with a drink cart offering me a cocktail. A first for me in any hotel. And one of the reasons I love the Brits. They know how to have fun. If I didn't mention it before, Soho House is UK based. Anyway, after that I headed up to the roof to catch the sunset. You've got to admit, the views are pretty good. They've done a nice job with the lighting around the pool, and the rooftop bar has a fun vibe at night. Then I headed back to my room, and the lighting's warm and inviting here too. Check this out, 7 pillows to choose from. I'm not even counting the 2 in the front because those aren't real sleeping pillows. I bet you the pillows are good. Okay, the pillows get a 10, and not only because this individual pillow is really good, also because they just give you this whole variety of different pillow types. So, like, almost anybody should be happy here with the pillows. I don't know why more hotels don't do that. In terms of the blackout situation, kind of bright in here, so not. I wish the room were darker. So we're recommending the Soho warehouse because there is a lot to like here, starting with the really comfortable robes. What do you think of the hoodie? But seriously, I think what I like most about this place is the decor, the kind of the retro, modern, chic, industrial look of the place, both in the room and in the public spaces. And speaking of public spaces, you get more public space here than you would of any hotel of a comparable size. Remember, this is only 48 rooms. The art's great, the music is really well done, just a really, I think, interesting vibe. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See us in the next video.